Hi, I'm Marty Schwartz, President, CEO, and founder of Vehicles for Change. Vehicles for Change was started in 1999. Born and raised in the area in Catonsville. Went to Cardinal Gibbons High School, University of Maryland. Have an undergrad in accounting, a master's degree in information systems design, and started Vehicles for Change back in 1999, actually as part of a for-profit company that wanted to build a nonprofit organization. There was a company called Precision CertaPro, which was an auto parts distributor, and they wanted to build a nonprofit to give back to the community, and also wanted to use that to help build their business. And through some conversations, we started Vehicles for Change as that program. And so Vehicles for Change was launched in 1999. Our first county that we did cars was in Carroll County, Maryland, in conjunction with the Carroll County Department of Social Services. We are a social enterprise. So we have a used car lot. We sell cars to the general public. Our lot is over in the Arbutus area on Washington Boulevard, which is where our entire location is. And we do now about $1.2 million in car sales off our used car lot. And then our families pay a minimal fee for their car. So our families pay an average of about $750, $800 for their vehicle. And then the balance of the funding comes from grant funding. So we have funding through the Able Foundation, Casey Foundation, the Weinberg Foundation, a variety of foundations in the Baltimore and Maryland area. And then we also have contracts with the state of Virginia through the Department of Social Services, and the state of Maryland through Department of Human Resources to provide cars to families who are on what they call TANF funding. The benefits of a social enterprise, really what it does for a nonprofit, number one, it gives you control over your revenue. Whereas typically if you're working strictly on grants, they're typically one-year funding, so you're constantly chasing that grant dollar. Where with a social enterprise, we have control over the revenue just like any other business. So we have a used car lot, we're selling cars. We buy some cars at auction. Most of our cars are through donations. And it also gives us an unrestricted source of revenue. So where typically our grants are tied to a specific action by the organization, our funding from our used car lot provides funding for increased staff. If we want to use it, we can use it for our own expansion. We use it to build our cash reserve. So it gives us that unrestricted funds that allows us to be a little bit more liberal with how we use those dollars. Freedom Wheels is a wholly owned subsidiary of Vehicles for Change. It falls under the nonprofit, very much like a Goodwill store. So about 98% of the cars that we sell through Freedom Wheels are cars that were donated. So typically they're luxury cars, BMWs, Cadillacs, Acuras and such, that we don't award that vehicle to a family because the cost of repairs is just way too high. So the best use of that vehicle for us is to put it on the used car lot. It also gives our donor the highest tax deduction, because if we send that car to auction, we might sell a car that's going to sell on our used car lot for $6,000. It would sell at auction for $3,500. So we're able to give our donor a much better tax deduction, and of course it generates almost twice the amount of revenue for the organization. It also, we sell a number of cars on our used car lot through Freedom Wheels that are $2,500 to $3,500 cars. So it really gives us the opportunity to help some low-income families that don't qualify for the Vehicles for Change program. You know, maybe they make a little bit too much money, they didn't come through a sponsoring organization that we work with, and so we're able to sell them a car through our used car lot. And what we'll do with some of those folks is we'll provide them with a loan through the organization so that they don't necessarily have to go through a bank, which most of them wouldn't qualify for. I love taking things from building them from the ground up. And so the exciting thing about Vehicles for Change is we're constantly changing as well. And it's exciting and it's really a great place to be.